contribution.
Added there too, so, and under the first item for discussion, number 1, it says, authorize utilizing capital reserve funds, to pay for 10,840 camera system in the SO with a monthly fee of $105. I can't remember if I have these right or vice versa, but, we authorized, utilizing, was it SO capital reserve or GL capital reserve?
I think it was the jail.
So there was going to be, the 10,840 was coming out of the sheriff's capital reserve.
Okay,
But
yeah.
the 105 monthly
That's
charge
right.
was gonna be added to the contract for the jail. The jail already
Okay.
has a contract with Seacoast Security.
Yes.
And that was going to be added in there for the remainder of the year to look at different budgeting going forward.
Yep.
May continue, but may change back to this year.
Right.
I'll revert that then to.
So
make
that's
that
what I
more
did
clear.
there.
Okay, yeah, good.
So, utilizing the sheriff's office capital reserve for the 10,000.
And then the monthly fee of $105 will be added to the
Yeah,
jails,
but
which is the contract.
To be specific, yes. Thank you. You mentioned that, it was also noted on number 3 that, Zane would attend an AvCog meeting with Chairman Doogie. Mind putting the date?
Sure.
September 18th. Number 4, was it Alley's that was gonna, take those vehicles to the auction for us, or?
We were gonna leave it to try to figure out.
Okay.
I just wanted to be able to take 2
Right.
to the auction. Adley's would be our first, but he would have to agree. If he didn't agree, then we may try some other dealerships. There are several in that area that take cars down.
As I recall, there was no specific designation.
Yeah, cause I didn't wanna commit for somebody to take those down.
Okay.
It's kinda utilizing their license in order to do that, and if they're interested, then we would go for it, yes.
So can we say authorized utilizing a dealership, and just so that,
Okay, and take Adley's out. Is that the
Yeah,
Adley's
you
in
might-
Romford?
Yes,
Yeah, okay,
that
yeah.
was,
But we.
that's where the cars are right now. They're,
Okay, got it.
they're parked in Rumford right
Yeah.
now.
So we'll
So
take
that's
that
why
out,
we-
just so we're not committing.
yeah, perfect, yeah, I'll just utilize the dealership, so then we have options.
Okay, and that's all I had, thank you. Amended motion?
Yeah, I'll amend the motion. Did I make the motion?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll amend the motion to approve the minutes as corrected.
Second that. Okay, motion and a second, any other questions, comments? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote, all in favor? Thank you, motion carries. 9:05, we're a little late. Sorry to say, sorry to keep you. Constitution Week proclamation. Okay. So, Mrs. Treasurer, how do we do this? One of us reads it, or do you read it?
You read it if
You're
you're okay with that.
Sort of freedom.
Yeah.
I didn't practice. I think I can do this.
Okay.
Alright. So, this is, Constitution Week proclamation, it's, once a year event, and I'm pleased to read this. Whereas September 17, 2024 marks the 237th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America, designated September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, we, David Doogie, Stephen Merrill, Timothy Turner, by virtue of the authority vested in us as Commissioners of the County of Oxford, do here proclaim the week of September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week. And ask our citizens to reaffirm the ideals of the framers of the Constitution had in 1787 by protecting the freedoms guaranteed to us through this guiding of our liberties. Remembering that lost rights may never be regained. In witness whereof, we have hereunto set our hands and caused the seal of the County of Oxford to be affixed the 17th day of September in the year of our Lord 2024. Signed, and we will sign this. Do you have a different one, or we sign this one?
You just send that one, I think, so that
Okay.
next one.
I have a motion to accept as written.
Yeah.
You got that.
Thank you guys for inspiring me to be vigilant and not a vigilante. Seriously, thank you guys. Appreciate that very much, more than you could imagine.
You didn't take that, did you?
Yeah, well, I think it might have cut out on the live, but I got it on the GoPro.
Next time I'll practice.
We got to be careful of how we utilize language, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning.
And can we do a photo?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a tradition.
Yes, it is. Oh, there you
You want us to pick it up, or just-
No, you will just squeeze in here. You all right?
You don't put your fingers up.
I could not, you could not get anybody in your skin.
It was nice seeing the peace sign.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Wow, okay, you did.
Thanks.
Vigilante.
No vigilantes, no vigilantes. Vigilant.
You want this one?
Okay.
One little letter changes.
I think we already heard the shot heard around the world a long time ago. You know what I mean? We could get on a different form of communication nowadays with the pen. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, public comment 9:10. We remain 2 minutes late. Public comment?
Hi,
You're up?
I'm Daniel Sipe.
Hi, Dan.
We've met before.
Yes, yeah, good to see you again. Good to see you
See you
again.
too. I'm with Lights Out Gallery, a project in Norway. We do art shows around the state,
Awesome.
and we are building a community center in Norway with a dance studio, a co-working space, artist studios, a wood shop, a
Oh.
fine art gallery, and botanical gardens. So the state of Maine has invested in our project heavily. So I have a letter from both the town as well as the state, Maine Department of Economic and Community Development. Over the last year, the state of Maine has granted us the money to support Maine art, and also money to continue working on our project and building a co-working space. This is part of the 10-year economic development plan to basically create community hubs where folks from the community can gather and work together. And so I'm asking the commission to consider granting us $10,000 to bring in more high-speed internet and bring in support for our tech lending program. We have offered a tech lending program to folks all over the state and give out free MacBook Pros to folks in need. I have on the back page a budget of this project, which equals about $50,000, and so we're asking for 1/5 of that.
So is this something you wish to put before the, budget committee? during the
Yes.
budget?
I'm just
So-
doing a public comment
Yeah.
to open that up, but I will be presenting it before the budget committee as well.
Yeah, okay, so,
I can send you, if you email all the information on how to do that, so it's the perfect timing, so,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you.
Just thank you for the information.
No, that's okay, we'll get a chance to look at this a little deeper.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
so there's a letter from both the state of Maine, and then also from Jeff Campbell, the town manager.
Right. Yep. Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Other public comment? We actually have updates, RE Communication Advisory Board on here too. So,
Is there time for more public comment? I just want to invite you guys to Brownfield, Maine to come check out the same thing he just presented to you at our Brownfield Community Center that we're working on communicating with the Maine Municipals Association under K through 12 civics literacy program. And we're hoping that our elected officials could start reaching out to the Maine Municipals Association to communicate on our behalf, because a lot of kids continue to fall through the cracks and our superintendents of schools are failing them. And our community centers are where we, the people, can tithe our pursuit of happiness to community service through civic engagement. I'd like to teach the youth like myself. When I was a child, I fell through the cracks, and now I'm not welcome, including by Sheriff Wainwright continuing to harass me, bully, antagonize, and instigate me, intimidate me with his cronies in Brownfield, Maine. I'd like that to be looked into some more, but today's not a good day for me to communicate about it in your meeting. And I thank you guys for hearing us out and
What was your
sticking
name
up for us. Vincent Carbone from Brownfield, Maine.
what's the first name?
Vincent,
Vincent, okay.
if you guys can set me up a meeting with Wainwright, he's an elected official, and if need be, our DA and Attorney General, so that I could invite them to a selectmen's meeting. We have a special election today because one of our selectmen backed out because of how evil things are in Brownfield, Maine, with the corruption and cronyism with Wainwright and our town's lawyer, Leah Ration. But they have I got a big packet here if you guys would like to look at it of a bunch of public records they kept from me. And they're still keeping a bunch of public records from me, like the public records, 911 calls and body camera footage from Donald McCormick when he came to instigate and threaten me and propagate a narrative with collusion with Leah and Wainwright.
Okay.
Yeah,
You started out, Vincent, with kind of like tying this in with the Lights Out Gallery?
No, that's got nothing to do with me whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thanking the Lord that other citizens are attending to their duty to civic engagement,
Okay.
and that was a blessing.
I wanted to
to
clarify
hear.
that.
And it took so much weight off of my shoulders that I no longer have to attend to anymore, because that young man just presented what needed to be presented to you guys. We all need that in our communities, and that's what I came to present to, but he did it in a much better form than I could, you know.
Thank you. Any
Thank you, guys.
reactions to that?
thank you for the input.
Any reactions? Okay. Okay, all good.
Yes,
Right.
thank you for the input.
Thank you.
Thank you guys
Thank you
very much.
Yep, okay. Okay, any other public comment? We'll get right into the Communications Advisory Board updates then. Was you looking for updates from us? You wanted to provide us with some?
Tommy McKenzie from the Communications
Yes.
Advisory Board. The tide of complaints seems to have ebbed at this point, and I trust that the county commissioners and the county administrators will diligently look into the issues that were presented last time we met. And we look forward to cooperation and moving forward. The CAB will meet in November.
And what?
The CAB will meet in November.
Right,
Yes.
yeah, I think I put that on my calendar.
I believe you did.
Yeah,
What's the date on that again?
I believe it's the 14th, but I'd have to look at my calendar and make sure.
That's the second Thursday, yes.
From noon to about 2 or 3.
And usually less than 2 hours, yes.
Yeah, okay. I do have that. Yeah, and,
Unless you have any questions, that's all I have.
okay, well, anybody else from the?
Just to follow up, we've had, 2 more, part-timers, that we're working on, I think we'll later on today, gonna be, hoping that you folks authorize them. We are continuing to work on emergency plans, should something happen, and we're looking forward to meeting, in November, with more follow-up, and we're gonna continue to work on that, through there. And please, continue to give us public comment, on the situation. And Jeff, did you have anything?
We're working with I'm working with my counterparts in other counties and other dispatch centers to answer a lot of the questions that they have and make sure that we have a robust plan to move forward. And getting people to do the job is what we need the most.
Get some people in those seats.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen a notice recently about only having 2. So,
Excuse me?
well, I was getting notices that there's only 2 people in the seats, and I haven't been getting them recently, so has that been going on, or you just limited the notifications?
It's still been going on, and it may be that some of the shifts have the 3 that, but and then the other thing, it depends on how busy they get too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I know there was a request at the last meeting to take some people off that.
We have
Yeah.
taken some people off that notification because it was deemed to be counterproductive.
Right.
But we are still having issues. We are still having days when we have 2 people,
Okay.
in our comm center. That has not been alleviated at this point. We are continuing, commissioners, to work on that. It's a top priority, and again, that's why it's open to public comment. I just wanted to make sure that we're gonna continue to communicate about this until we've solved this problem.
Okay, I may have inadvertently been taken off that distribution list, but I wouldn't mind being on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can work on that.
Yeah, I think the request was for the rank and file folks to be taken off.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was probably because you were on the page gate system for weather closings, and we had that stop because a lot of employees were like, why are we getting this notification? There's 2 people on dispatch, so that's probably why you were taken off, but I'm sure if Jeff's okay with it, we'll get you back on to a different type of a list.
We'll get you back on the list.
Sure, okay.
Was PageGate being discontinued?
No. And the messages also go out with I Am Responding, which is a different program. And that's the one that is sending out the messages they have is I Am Responding. And
Okay.
the staff likes to send it out so that the responders are aware of what's going on and will take in consideration what they do and how much traffic they put over the air.
Mhm.
So that's why I've continued with most everybody else, but the county employees were taking off.
Okay, if it's not a big
Nope.
effort, I wouldn't mind.
I can put all 3 of you back on it if you want.
Yeah,
Yes, please, just so we know what the chiefs are getting.
Okay,
that would be good.
not a problem.
Good. Thank
Say,
you.
Zane and Abion, if we take action on these 2 applications for temporary part-time today, and we vote to hire them, will that be reflected on this staffing report as a reduction?
No, because they're just part-time.
They're part-time.
That's what I
They're
thought.
part-timers.
Okay,
They're
so
part-timers.
temporary part-time, so
Yeah.
that's still not
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, okay. So it's still 4 short.
We are.
Mhm. Does that include?
We have 3 in training right now. Well, more than Jeff. We have 5 in training total, or
Yes,
3?
I have 2 that have, one has completed the fire training, the other one is working on it. Then I have 3 that are working with Nicole today, and we'll be going to the academy September 30th. And we have other applications that we're working to get them to come do a visit. We have some of the ones that you approved last time, it hasn't worked out for them to come because of their travel. And you have 2 more that are gonna be signed up for today.
And 2 of these are coming from with a good background to be able to move in and help us out right away.
Has been more dialogue with the state in terms of trying to ease the requirements for training?
I don't believe they're gonna ease the requirements.
That was discussed last
Yeah,
meeting.
but I don't,
Kind of surprised me when that came up, 'cause I can't imagine they're gonna say, oh yeah, we're gonna relax that.
no, they're not, and it's, you know, we've cut it back from almost a year now to it's 18 to 20 weeks. And it may extend or it may be shortened depending on the individual's talent at what they do. Because it's a difficult job, they do a great job, they work hard, and, you know, it's not an easy job because there's so much involved with dispatching.
That's still one of the impediments to getting people to come to see you though.
Yeah, especially for part-time, because you can't take that many weeks off
Not getting paid.
to learn
Get the training.
from their job, regular job.
Gotta work on that somehow.
So Zane, just for clarification, it says we're down 4.
4 full-time dispatchers, we're down 4 employees.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them though that are in the initial parts of the training. So they're not capable of really giving us any assistance on the floor immediately. And it's gonna take some time again because the training rigor is pretty high in this job. This is each year the state of Maine trains 140 something people in this job. And they only retain about 3 with attrition. That many people are leaving as they're coming. So this training process is time consuming. So once we hire somebody, it can be several months before they're sitting in the seat and able to assist us. So that's why it's so important for us to continue to work forward on this and to keep getting new candidates, looking for already qualified candidates to come in. Because again, it'll probably be the end of October before those 3 new hires are able to give us some sort of assistance moving forward.
So in actuality, we're down, I want to get this clear in my head, we're down 4.
4.
Plus the 3 in training, right? Because we can't use them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
So there's 4 people we can technically hire.
right.
We could hire 4 people.
open slots.
4 open slots right now.
3's not part of the fee.
Right, 3 is not part
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
what I was
I'm
wondering.
sorry, yes, 3 is not part of that 4. We, 4 open slots, 3 in training.
Yeah, that was my question.
Got it. So going forward, once we get fully staffed, and out of those 3, the history shows that maybe 1 or 2 will succeed, so strategically, I wouldn't mind overhiring in this going forward. You know, I know easier said than done.
Right. Oh, if we were to have 5 people knock on our door, I would be pleading with you to hire them and to train them. I certainly would, and I think again that's an active discussion that we're having. With everybody that we can, to try to get people to come. It is not an easy job out there. We've had several people, as you mentioned, several people that are interested, then find out the amount of training that goes into it, and unfortunately the part-time salary is great, but they have to get from point A to point B, and that's proving difficult. So we have been working to see, how we can do this training, what we can do for this training, but again, we're up against a state certificate, so there are minimum mandatory requirements, just like with our law enforcement officers and so forth as well. So we are working. We're looking for every avenue in order to help this situation out.
It's not a new concept. At one point, we were, it was a couple of years ago, with the deputies. We strategically overhired because we knew about the turnover.
Yeah.
So hopefully that has improved. But yeah, so it's not a new concept. But yeah, I would support that. Hiring all 5 if we had 5.
If I can get 5, I would be the first person to know.
Okay. But that's being taped, so
I know.
I can't renege on
No,
that.
you can't renege on that. No.
You heard that guy? They're looking for employees. Stop by.
There you go. Please do. We're looking for dispatchers.
Jeff Inman's a nice guy.
Full overtime dispatches, and
Your
it's
supervisor.
really, for the right person, it's really a great job fit.
It
really
can,
is.
it
For
can
sure.
be, can be a really good job.
If somebody's, you know, hungry for hours and overtime even, cause, it's programmed overtime, if I remember correctly.
There is a lot of available overtime.
Yeah, and plus programmed overtime is, what, 44 hours or 48 hours? No, it's 48 and 32, so what is that?
Comes up, I think 42.
40, so 2 hours.
42 hours every
2 hours of programmed overtime, yeah, basically every week, so, plus any shifts they might wanna pick up.
Plenty of shifts to pick up. Yep.
Yeah, so it's only 7 days every 2 weeks, so, yeah, it's, for the right person, it's a good,
And we try to keep them warm in the wintertime and cool in the summertime.
That's
It
right.
is indoors, they're not
Yeah.
having to play outside yet. And, you know, that's,
that's not a bad thing, yeah.
not a bad thing.
Climate control,
Climate control.
what else?
We've all been
Benefits.
convinced
The
of-
additional holiday pay, 12 extra days of pay,
Yeah, 12 holiday
you know,
pay.
amazing benefits, free health insurance, 80% of dependents.
Mhm.
You gonna apply? You retire?
I won't
Thinking
be
about it.
for, what, a year, I think, because.
Yeah.
Conflict of interest or
That's
something?
great, right.
See what's going on here?
That's true, that's true, yeah. Yeah, at least we do.
La 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 la.
But anyway, thanks,
Right.
thanks for having confidence. in me.
Sure, absolutely, that'd be a good job.
And Chief, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming today.
Yes, yeah, thank you very much.
Very well.
Okay, what else? We are
On time.
at our 9:30, department head meeting.
I can tell you guys, the new dispatchers have been great. They're really upbeat and supportive and morale boosting.
Thank you.
It's I appreciate it, and if you guys could let them know they're doing a great job, I
Okay,
appreciate it.
thank you. And with that, good comment, we're gonna cut off public comment and go into our department head meeting. Are we missing anybody?
I'll be back.
Thank you. What's that?
I'll be back.
Okay, okay.